So this morning, kind of early, I was making a run to the local Meijer to pick up some stuff, and all our radio stations that we usually listen to music on, it's typical around here. I don't know if it's that way everywhere. They all go do like a talk format for a couple hours early in the morning, and they were talking to a professor from Boston College. Apparently I came into a couple minutes into it, probably, economics or something like that. And they were talking about Social Security and the fact that if you look at what's sitting in the Social Security trust right now, we got 9 years left before there's no Social Security, according to the government. They say that the Social Security Disability Trust will be zeroed out in 10 years from now. And my question is, you still have people working and paying into it. How can it dry out? Well, call me a conspiracy theorist if you want to. I don't think it's going to dry out. I think that's their way to just end it and keep the money. We're sending billions of dollars overseas for a war that we shouldn't be involved in any way, shape, or form. We've left how many billions of dollars in military equipment overseas when we pull out of a country like Afghanistan. And we're doing all that, but we can't afford to guarantee that our senior citizens have some kind of an income when they retire or when they get to retirement age. That's one of the reasons why I stack, because I don't hide the fact I don't trust our government. They'll tell you one thing and do another. Back in the day, we had these things, and younger people probably haven't heard of it. We had these things called pensions. Guaranteed retirement. Guaranteed pay when you retire. Oh, we don't do pensions anymore. We do 401ks and 403bs. Your money's invested. Okay, so your retirement's being invested for you. The stock market dives and crashes and burns. You don't have a retirement. They only have to guarantee so much, and it's almost nothing. You can't live on it when you retire. That's why I stack. The day will come where, it's my time to go. Insurance policies are not what they used to be. They find every reason to not cover you instead of reasons to cover you. So I want to be able to leave something behind for my son when I go that's more than fiat currency once you cash the check. That's why I stack. The fact that every time we turn around, the government's printing more paper. And that's all it is. It's paper with some ink on it. Every time they do that, the value of that, the alleged value of that paper drops. That's why I stack. Because all this stuff sitting in front of you could lose its monetary value, but it won't lose its silver value. And it's all constitutional silver, and I know, and it's, yes, there are downsides to constitutional silver. The older the stuff is, the more worn down it is, the less it weighs, and probably, when you lose weight when it wears down, you also lose silver, but it's still silver. It adds up. So anyway, they're talking about that and how, oh, we should invest to grow Social Security. Same thing as with 401ks and 403bs. You invest that money from the Social Security fund, and again, the stock market crashes. The money's gone. Bye-bye. They're not going to insure it. What I hear in the back of my mind is something that is said quite often by one of my fellow YouTubers. As a matter of fact, it's on his channel sticker. Expect to self-rescue. Because they don't care about you. They care about their bottom line in their pockets. That's why I stack. Now, I get to Meijer today, and I've noticed the last several times I've been in there, there's this truck parked there. It's always parked at a different spot, but it's always parked there. And it's got a very interesting homemade cap on the back of it. It's a pickup truck. And I found out today, well, here, let me back up. Back in the day, if you worked at a grocery store, you could still make a decent wage and have a place to live and clothes to wear and feed your family and pay your bills. And now getting back to this truck, I pull in and I park, and I'm a couple spaces away. And the guy who owns it is walking around adjusting some stuff on it. And he looked at me and said, "Oh, good morning, sir." I said, "Oh, good morning. How are you?" And we're chit-chatting back and forth. I said, "That's a pretty cool rig you got there." He goes, "It's not really a rig. It's my home." This guy built a cap in the back of his 28-year-old pickup truck out of plywood and 2x4s because our economy is so bad he can't afford an apartment or somewhere to live. So he lives in the back of his pickup truck. He does everything. He cooks on a 1-burner camping stove. He refills water jugs at Walmart because Meijer doesn't have that here. He has a membership at Anytime Fitness, so he has somewhere to take a shower. And yeah, there's people that do that by choice. He's not doing it by choice because of the economy and the way things are handled by the government. He's disabled, but he has to work because, as this professor said, there aren't as many people collecting disability as there used to be. Well, that's because our government has fine-tuned it, so the only way you can get disability now is if you can't walk or talk. Quiet as it's kept, I don't mention it very often, I'm disabled. But I was told that because I can walk and talk and I can sit at a table and put my hands on it, that I'm not disabled. Technically, I should be collecting disability, but I can't because of the way the government works things. So I go to work every day and I work 3 times as hard as everybody else because I don't have the capabilities I used to. That's why I stack. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here today, and I apologize for this being as long as it is, stack what you can as you can, because the day's going to come where you're going to need it. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm talking reality. Whether you're, all you can afford to stack is stuff like what you see in front of you, or you're stacking these guys here, stack something. Start putting away, because the term they used to use, the almighty dollar's not so almighty. And the way things are going right now, it's sooner rather than later, that dollar's not going to mean diddly squat. So I don't mean to be a Donnie Downer today, but it's the reality of the world we live in, and we need to get ready. So, all right, everybody, with that, I'm going to get out of here for today. Have a great rest of your Sunday. You know, hold the ones you love tight. Let them know you love them. Keep on stacking. Keep on hunting. Mishy's out.